Hi, welcome to day 20. This will be a yin practice. We're going to go ahead and start standing up today, and we won't need any props. Begin standing. Take your arms up overhead. Take hold of your left wrist with your right hand and gently pull it over towards the right. As you make your way back up to standing, take hold of your opposite wrist, pulling it over towards the left. And make your way back to standing. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands together at heart center. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands together at heart center. Beautiful. It's always good to find a little bit of movement at the beginning of a yin practice. Come to stand facing the top of your mat. It can be anywhere on your mat. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Bend both knees, letting your head release down towards the floor. Hands can be on the mat, or you could take hold of opposite elbows. In yin, we call this pose dangling. Slowly bring your hands down to the mat if they're not there already. Walk your feet out to the edges of your mat. And go ahead and make your way down into Malasana Yogi Squat. This will be our next yin pose. Go ahead and bring your hands down to the mat, making your way into a tabletop position. Just find a little bit of movement here in your tabletop. Then tuck under both sets of toes and lift your hips, coming into downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward between both hands and drop your left knee down to the mat. We're going to come into dragon, and this can be an intense hip opener. So if this is too intense, go ahead and bring your knee in further so that it's not quite as deep. Find where it feels right in your body. And today we'll bring our hands to rest on our knee, sitting up nice and tall like a dragon. slowly bring your hands down to the mat. Shift yourself back. Take your right leg, bring your leg across your body for our swan. Go ahead and bring your leg not as deep as you normally would for a pigeon pose. Go ahead and get yourself situated. Even your weight out between both hips. And start to bring yourself forward. You can even make a little pillow underneath your forehead with both hands for your sleeping swan. Start to slowly lift yourself back up. Tuck under your left toes and step back to downward facing dog. Pedal through your legs, find some movement. And step your left foot forward between both hands. Drop your right knee down to the mat to prepare for dragon on the other side. Make sure that your leg is in a position that you can stay for a significant period of time. If this is too intense, bring your knee in further. Sit where it's really right for you in your body. Then go ahead and lift both hands up to rest just above your left knee for dragon. Start to bring your hands down to the mat slowly. Bring yourself back. Take your left leg across your body, setting up for sleeping swan. Distribute your weight evenly between both hips. And then start to bring yourself forward, resting your forehead on top of your hands for sleeping swan. Start to slowly lift yourself back up into a seated position. Tuck under your right toes and step back to a downward facing dog. Find some movement, paddle through your legs. And then make your way down to the mat. Go ahead and take your right leg over the top of your left. Coming into shoelace. If this is too intense, feel free to straighten your left leg out on the mat. If you've come into a full shoelace, then your bottom is sitting between both feet. Go ahead and place your arm down on the mat and reach up and over it, coming into a lateral stretch over your shoelace. And then to prepare to stay, bring your right arm back behind you. Take your gaze up towards the ceiling or the sky. Lift yourself back up and walk both hands forward, coming into a forward fold in your shoelace. Just release your head down towards the floor, letting it hang. Start to lift yourself back up into a seated position. Let's take the opposite crossing. Again, with the option to come into a half shoelace and straighten your leg out if a full shoelace is too intense. If you've come into a full shoelace, then your bottom is sitting between both feet. Place your hand down on the mat and reach your arm up and over for a big, beautiful lateral stretch. Then go ahead and reach your arm back behind your back, taking your gaze up towards the sky. Make your way back up to seated and start to walk your hands forward. Just letting your head release down towards the mat. Start to slowly lift yourself back up into a seated position and go ahead and unwrap your legs. Shift forward onto your belly with your forearms out in front of you, lifting up into the Sphinx pose. Start to gently roll over onto your back. Hug your right knee into your chest. Take it across your body. Reach your right arm out towards the side and take your gaze over towards the right. Coming back into center, straighten your right leg out on the mat. Hug your left knee into your chest. Take your leg across your body. Reach your left arm out towards the side and take your gaze over towards the left. Make your way back to center. Straighten both legs out long on the mat. Arms come out to the sides, palms facing up towards the sky. Close your eyes. Soften your face. Let everything in your body relax. This is where I leave you today, my yoga friends. I will see you tomorrow for a restorative practice.